It was a day like any other, until it took a swift flip into a day like no other. The nerds rebelled in simultaneous motion. No one had time to wipe the drool off their chin, because by then they had us all wrapped up in wires before we knew the full extent of all they had conspired. The sign was so subtle to the muddled minds of minions, the ones who kept letting flashing signals make their decisions. Yet it was clear to all those who had a podless ear to hear the tides turning. And yet, no one noticed it came, let alone that it was coming. This plot seemed years in the making. This plot to lure the demure of mind into a dark alley web page, then surround them link by link, then swallow them click by clink. Damn, did those dungeons produce such dragons. As for us, those dragons built dungeons out of derelict desires. And so it was we who let LED put out our campfires. Shit, they caught us slippin'. It was a trap Mistress Mantis could clap her claws over. Cyber portals and passwords slid us backwards to trap identities, and freshly stolen stocks put the grid on lock. Like the shoe over the sock, no one knew what to do when the other foot dropped, except to hit all the same buttons all over again. Sometime after then, someone realized we'd all been had. The lucky ones found it hilarious. The deadbolt dullards got mad. There was really nothing any techno-plebe could do, except wonder why our lives had been unplugged, turned off as if by some sinister timer, executed by a mockingly remote controller with a snarled view of me and you. It was all going fine, until that one day, when all the nerds rebelled and took our technology away. Who would have saw it coming? Who knew brains had lain such vicious plans with such atrocious desires, such as microchip designs on command? Command of control. Control to alt-delete and complete the geek's new seat. From bahs to bleeps, our new rulers were our old sheeps. It was a plot so undercover, it cut through our webs like hot knives through butter. All had been poised to be devoured by the weaklings we thought caught cowards. Assigned to know how, yet expected still to bow, automatically beholden to some imaginary vow, to always serve the brawn. Oh my, how we got that one wrong. And those days of placid plastic paradise, where we sat, sipping piña cola, looking at devices ever nice, staring at serene screens, always shrinking slimmer. The gaudy luster of those days was only a glimmer, a memory whose ensuing winds still whip us to shivers. Well then, that facade has surely faded, and now we're caught in the thick of our fat. It was like we had all been blindfolded whilst being massaged with a baseball bat. The nerds flipped the tables and showed us the advantages of being able, of counting the cards yourself. Here we thought the odds stable, the playing field level, the decks swabbed and clean to keep the meek from mean. Now I know what they mean when they murmur, "Nothing is as it seems." Oh, that day nerds slipped on our wires a little tighter. It's funny how things always used to be the same, only better by gigabit. It's kind of funny what happens when you sign your name to some unread letters and gigabits get out of line. Our future looked better from behind. What a dastardly design to make servile life feel so fine, so safe at first, so smooth like silk, when they got the herd to drink the poisoned milk. Don't worry, don't wonder about worrying. It's shinier this time. Don't worry about wondering, it's fine. Boy, do those nerds know how to bid their time. Now, I'm not a Luddite, but I think some savages got it right. Cut the brainiacs some slack. Otherwise, they may not have your back. Otherwise, they may make you wise to other ways to attack. They may make you wise by playing you for the fool. It's never sucked so much to be so carelessly cool.